Hey there, sixth graders. We are looking at part, whole, and percent today. You should already have this foldable, hopefully, in your math journal. If you don't, you're just going to want to copy these examples that I go through on the inside of the foldable. Just copy those into your next free page. So, the awesome thing about today's lesson, first off, it's the 3 lessons that are in chapter 21. So it's 21:1, 21:2, and 21:3. Now, the awesome thing about this is that you'll notice when we set these up that they look a lot like proportions. And so if you were okay with setting up the 2 ratios next to each other that we called a proportion, today's is just like that. There's always going to be one missing piece, and we have to cross multiply and divide to solve. So I'm going to go through one example of each. I'm going to go ahead and flip to the inside of the foldable. So, oops, let me rotate this. Okay, so the inside of your foldable should look like this to start with. I'm just going to go through example by example. It should be broken up into 6 sections here. I'm going to start up on the top left over here. So we're going to look at this part first. Now, all of the examples that we go through today are always going to be a question. It's going to ask you for a piece. You're looking for a missing piece. So the way we set that up is we always do part over whole, and then percent over 100. So we're always going to follow that format. So this first one says 13 is what percent of 32? So in the question, it says what percent. So I know that my missing piece, or my X, is going to be right in place of this percent. So this is what I don't know. Now you'll see that I've written that over here. Now it tells me 13 is what percent of 32, and obviously 32 is the bigger one. So as I'm writing part over whole, 13 has to be my first top number. 32 has to be the bottom. That's part over whole. The percent I don't know, and the 100 is always on the bottom underneath the percent, because we know that percent is per 100. So we've set up now our proportion. Now, as you can see, just like we did with our proportions, we do cross multiply and divide. So over here, I've already done that piece for you. 32 times x becomes 32x. I circled that right here. And then 13 times 100, we know that we can just add those 2 zeros to 13, and that becomes 1300. Then we have to solve for x, so we had to divide by 32 on both sides. And obviously I had to do a little bit of math that I didn't show on here, where we have to set up cowboy and the horse to get our final answer of 40.6%. Now we always go back and ask ourselves if this makes sense. The question said 13 is what percent of the number 32, and we came up with 40%. Well, if I double 13, that's going to be 26. So I do know that it has to be less than 50%. So I know that 40.6 at least is ballpark, makes sense. So I know my answer makes sense. So then I'm going to box down here that 13 is 40.6% of 32. Part over whole, percent over 100. So let's look at our second example. This one we're looking for the part. So it says, what is 35% of 15? So we're looking for a percentage of 15. That means 15 has to be my whole. I don't know what the part is. That's going to be my X, my missing piece. And they tell me in the question here, they're giving me the percent, which is 35. So I have that piece also. So now I'm going to go write it in my part over whole, percent over 100. And remember, we're going to have one that's our missing piece. So I write it right here. I don't know the part. That's my X. Over 15 is my whole. So part over whole. Then they gave in the statement, in the question, 35%. So I know that it's 35 over 100. So this time I'm missing a different piece, but the process is going to be just the same. We have to cross multiply and divide. So I circled 100 and x together, so that becomes 100x. Then I circled 15 and 35. 15 times 35 gets me 525. And then we have to get x all by itself, so we know we have to divide by 100 on both sides to cancel that. And then we get x equals 5.25. Now, again, I'm going to go back to my question and make sure this makes sense. What is 35% of 15? Well, 35% I know is about a third. So I'm looking for about a third of 15, and a third of 15 is 5. So my answer, 5.25, definitely makes sense because it's about a third of 15. So when I go down to write this as my final answer down here, 5.25 is 35% of 15. So we go back and we write it in that original question. Okay, last one. Following the same exact steps, nothing tricky getting thrown at us here. 12 is 42% of what number? So in this one, we're missing the whole. Again, we're missing a different piece, but the process is going to be the same. They give me my part. They give me my part right here, 12. I know that's the part because it's a percentage of a bigger number. It says it's 42% of what number? So it has to be the smaller number, which means it has to be the part. And then I'm looking for what it's the percentage of. So I know I'm looking for the whole. And then, as always, the easiest one to find, they gave me the percentage. So I'm going to write that down here. Now, part over whole, percent over 100. So I don't know the whole in this one. So when I go to rewrite it over here, I'm just going to take these pieces that I just discovered in the sentence, and I'm going to put 12 over x, part over whole, and then the percent they gave me was 42, which is always over 100. Now we're cross multiplying. X times 42 gets me 42x. 12 times 100, we add those zeros, becomes 1200. I don't have to do that math. I can do that in my head. And then we have to solve for x, which means I need to divide by 42 to cancel. Divide by 42 on this side. I might have to set up cowboy and the horse. And then what I come up with is 28.6. Now let's go back into the question here. 12 is 42% of what number? Well, 42% is really close to half, so I'm going to call that 50%. And so 12 would be 50% of what number? Well, 12 is half of, if I double 12, that's 24. So 12 is half of 24. And my answer, I got 28.6, so it makes sense for sure. It's close to the number that I figured out in my head here. So I know at least it's not something crazy ridiculous. So I'm going to go plug it back in. 12 is 42% of 28.6. So I plug it back into that statement. We are going to get a lot more practice with problems like this that are missing a piece. But the awesome thing is, if we get in the habit of setting up our proportions just like we did back in rate, unit rate, and proportions, then the trickiest part is being able to cross multiply and divide and do our division correct with our decimals and all that fun stuff. So it's going to be some good practice with division and multiplication, but if we can set up our proportions, you guys will be golden. So make sure you have this complete foldable. Here, I'll zoom out for a second if you need to pause it on there. Make sure you have all of this in your foldable and ready to go, and then you will be ready to get lots of practice with me, and I will help you out. So thank you for watching your video, and we will see you guys soon.